We do have a first meeting to draw from in this game. They played back on December the 28th. Oregon wins that game. Interesting because the line was basically the same. Oregon at home was -2.5. Total was 151. Total's very close to what we have tonight. They win that game 82-74. Great win for the Ducks. Bad loss for USC that night, guys, considering Oregon didn't have either of their starting big men in that game. N'Faly Dante, Nate Biddle, those guys didn't play. They're back together now. It'll be their third consecutive game. They played in the home Arizona series this past week, and they split those two games. But Oregon now has the 5 that Dana Altman thought he was going to have all season on the floor. First matchup, USC scores 40 points and shoots 54% from inside the arc. There was no resistance. That's probably going to change tonight. Oregon, however, even small in that game, managed to tie in rebounds, 33 all. So that's another good sign for tonight. And their freshman duo, Jackson Shelstad, Kwame Evans, they score 43 points in that game. Evans is now the 6th man. Bump back, it increases their depth. So Oregon, I think, is in a good spot of ascension here. USC, kind of descending since Pac-12 play started. Let's just go over them real quick here. 5 straight losses, all of them by at least 8 points. The last 4 are double-digit losses, anywhere between 10 and 15 points. They've played 9 league games, 9 Pac-12 games so far. USC, they're the second worst team in the league in offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency. Bad at both. They're bottom 3 in turnover percentage, even though they've got a veteran backcourt. They're bottom 3 in turnover rate, and they're bottom 3 in 2-point field goal percentage. So that's not great, guys. The only thing they rank top 3 in is offensive rebounding, and this game likely isn't going to be a good one for them because of the 2 bigs for Oregon. Defensively, allowing the second highest rate of second chance opportunities. Again, not good. Second highest 3-point field goal percentage. And they put the team opponents on the foul line, a third most in the Pac-12. By the way, Oregon's got Twin Towers. They're a tremendous 3-point shooting team. I don't think any of these matchups work for USC, considering they're in a free fall right now. Probably value in this number, like I said earlier, guys, -2.5 to +2.5. A 5-point switch in the numbers seems like all that's been accounted for here is home floor. It doesn't look like it accounts for anything that's gone on recently in Pac-12 play. It doesn't look like it accounts for Oregon getting their lineup back. I think that USC's interior force in the first game goes away here. 2.5 just seems too low to me in a game where Oregon should win by at least 2 buckets, win by 4+. So I'm going to play Oregon -2.5.
Who's going to play USC at this number? I mean, the Trojans are in free fall right now. All right. You talked about they've lost 5 straight. They're 2-7 in Pac-12 play. They're not playing good basketball on either end of the floor. And yet this point spread is as short can be, where basically you win the game, you cover the point spread. Is there a case to be made for USC here? Why is this line as short as it is, Rob? Obviously, all the money so far has come for Oregon. There are books that open this at 1.
I looked for one, Teddy, because generally when I come on this show, I'm always looking for a counter to my play so as to take it away from you. I couldn't find the counter here for USC. Like I say, the switch from December 28th to today in the point spread, to me, only accounts for home floor being switched. That's all. So Oregon's on the road now, but everything else kind of stacks up to Oregon. So it kind of reminds me of Phoenix and Brooklyn last night, where people stared at the -3 from Phoenix and said, how could they possibly only be -3? There must be something wrong. There was nothing wrong.